Well, hey, this is Steve at 1,000 Year Homes. Welcome aboard. So, most frequently I'm working on my shipping container home that'll end up looking like a Santa Fe style mission house. But I am out here on the ranch and I'm trying to make my trucks more ranch friendly, and not this truck, but the one behind it. I've broken out a back window. Somebody drove me off the road out here on a July 4th weekend. I had some water in there and the branches came in, pushed the water, broke everything out. So I'm going to put a backrest on this, a headache rack. So it's late in the evening. I had to wait till now before it to drop below 100. So I'm going to give it a whirl before the dark comes. But if I miss tonight, I always got tomorrow. So without further ado, let me get the parts set up and see how close we can get to this thing of putting in a back rack. Well, I'm going to break into this video for just a minute because I wasn't successful because the vendor did not send me the right bolts. They sent me two driver's side to attach the, and I had to stop there. There could be other things wrong too. But listen, and then I went in all what for about CEOs making 100 times more money and where's quality control and all this and that. Then I took a look and the company's 14 people. So all right. So people can make mistakes, right? And I get it. But listen, you see, I'm in a pop-up camper out here and way out in nowhere. There are people that cannot afford other people's little mistakes. And this one could be easily fixed with a little bit of engineering. So I'm going to rotate around. We're going to talk about it. So these are the parts that should be passenger and driver side. But so I'm taking a look at it. And there is not an R or a right and left on this. There is not a passenger and driver. There's no demarcation for the quality control people to know what they're putting where and why. And that's just poor engineering. So while I'm aggravated and I'll dial back, cut out my rant that I made about no quality control and why didn't the bag of parts have a person's name in it, and it doesn't. All of that's true. Nobody counted the parts, but this could have been prevented very easily by simply making the right and left brackets, mark them right and left. And then as the people go through, they're not going to throw two lefts in a bag or two rights in a bag. So if I've got two of the driver's side in my bag, somebody else in the world as a minimum has two of the passenger side. Now, I do not have the equipment to cut this and make my own bracket. I am in a burn ban. I can't weld. So now I'm had to cut a hole. I just don't have this kind of time, folks. So, but I'll go ahead and contact the manufacturer and say, hey, you messed up a bolt. Have them ship it from Canada to Texas or wherever. And they'll ask me, how do I know? And send them picture. I just want the part. And I want it to be right in the bag right from the start. And I'm trying to be positive because it's a small company and I want people to be paid. But I hope everybody up there is paid properly. And whoever is their QC person, well, they need some help. This is an easy mistake to make. These are identical with no right and left marked on them. Now you could say, you can look at them, but full well in a noisy manufacturing plant while you're manufacturing and whatnot, you're packing a bag, doing 8 things at once. It would be very hard for you to figure that out and not make the same mistake. So anyway, back to my regularly planned. I thought I'd have so much fun with this little video, and now I'm stopped. A work stoppage. I don't like work stoppages. I've got a couple of videos like that where I really complain about work stoppages, especially when there's silly little things like this. But I'll not use the video when I was hot. I was hot under the collar. It's 110, 114 degrees out here. Barely have any time as it is, and I don't have time for this. I just wanted to put this on and be done with it. All right, back to the rest of the video where there's a different timeline, an alternate universe where Steve's happy, and you know, I believe that I'm going to get this back rack on. I will eventually, right? So maybe I'll do a part 2 follow-up. But if you're buying these, you better inspect your bolts as soon as you get those in, because if you got 2 driver side or 2 passenger side, it's not going to, I mean, I could machine it up, but dang, you know, dang. Now, it came with pretty good boxed up, I believe, but, you know, it's got the hand slots here for people to pick up and carry. But this box has been through heck and back again. And in fact, not to say, but somebody would, not the UPS or FedEx or anything, but there was a third-party shipper. I had to put a trace on that after they said it was delivered, but it wasn't. So I think somebody fell in love with my backrest. But my little headache rack. But let me see here. Looking piece of equipment right there. BackRack is its name. Couple of $100, I'm sure. Oh, plus the mounting bracket was sold separate. I realize there's a lot of cars, different types of trucks out there, but the mounting bracket was almost again as much as the BackRack itself. So we'll spend a minute here. I'll run the camera up and down it. Hopefully it won't fall over. Yeah, this would have saved me right here. Would have saved me. The welds look good. I enjoy that angle cut on that. Nothing's bent or damaged as far as I can see. It survived the shipping. So that's what it is. It did say it was, the box said it was from Amazon, so I must have got some of this from Amazon. But BackRack is the people that I bought this one from. Looks good. Okay, both boxes had a rough way to go. This is the way this box arrived. You know how they say immediately contact the shipper? Well, I didn't. Because I opened it up, and to me, it looked like everything was still in there, all the brackets. Now, I will say this much about this truck. It's an F-150 2022 edition, but that steering the middle, it was one of these that were factory idled on the lot while it was being built. And there's some oddities to it, like the back windows were custom. They're supposed to have a pocket in it, or a slider, and they don't. So, you know, replacing the auto glass was a big deal. And finding the bracket that matched, said these should fit, right? And indeed, it's for the F-150. I got the brackets that should allow me, if I elect, to put a tonneau cover on. See, a tonneau cover would fit right in there, but only a tonneau cover of a certain size. So let's walk over and check the tonneau cover that I currently have on the truck, on my other truck, and see if it matches this. And then from there we can make some decisions. All right, so you can see I've got a Gator tonneau cover. It's a nice, good fit. I like this particular tonneau cover very much. So this would fit in a pocket. So it'll end up going like that. Now the tonneau cover does fit, you see that? That's not half bad. Okay, so you know, when installed correctly, that tonneau cover, it would work and I'd still get my headache rack. So very good. So you have to make a decision early on these when you go to buy the hardware. Will I ever be using a tonneau cover? If so, what kind? Because you got to know, is it going to be in the bed? Is it going to, you know, there's some questions to answer. So my assembly is specific for my truck, and I bought the, it looks like the appropriate parts, but your luck may vary. So let me go ahead. We both saw that that's going to work for if I decide to put a tonneau cover on my farm truck. I probably won't. I use this one for hauling mostly, but we'll check that out and see. Let me go ahead and pull these pockets out, drop those in, look through the directions. I'm not going to beat that sun. This is definitely going to be a next day, like, you know, where they do that. They do. I don't ever do that. I'll try it this time and we'll see. But let me see if I could beat the sun going down or not. All right, well, let's see how good this engineering is on these. So first I'm gonna pull off the little pocket covers. All right. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I tend to read the instructions when I get in trouble. I get excited. I've had plenty of time to read these instructions, and instead I'm shooting from the hip. So I watch the people that do professional unboxings or professional installings. I call all mine field installs because it's a rancher out in the middle of hot Texas putting together stuff on a truck, right? I'm not a car guy. This is a fancy garage. Old Hank's yelling at me over there. I've given you oats. So nothing fancy there. But the engineering on this already I'm taking a look at. We verified the tonneau cover fits beautifully in that little C channel. So we pull that off. Let's see how this works. So looky there. That's an amazing fit. Looks good too, doesn't it? A couple of quick questions that I have. I noticed that there's a bracket right there. I'm going to guess that there was hardware I was supposed to find in that box to go right there. So let me pull off the other side and we'll do that too, though. We'll just keep winging it. How about that? I could call my channel the Winging a Prayer Car Repair Clinic. Car upgrade, truck upgrade. Hank, I've given you, buddy, I've given you. Now, there is nothing here in Texas for poor old Hank to eat, so I've been feeding him extra. I might get everything staged and set up and read through my instructions tonight. Man, that looks good. That's exciting. New truck parts are always exciting. Well, that looks halfway done right there. All right, let's take a look at what else is in this box. What else do we have in the box? Well, that's a lot more bolts than I was expecting. All right. It's sealed, so I know I haven't lost anything. There's a little strap right there, too. Interesting, just one piece of foam. Maybe that goes like on the window area to protect the truck. There is a piece of wood. Let's see. These are just spacers. But there's a box in there. It says, this carton has been factory sealed. If sealed is broken, check contents before access. All right, but that feels like an upright, doesn't it? I guess that's an upright. I'm gonna grab those somehow or another. I do lasagna gardening, so I save all my boxes and then I lay them down and then I put manure over the top of them, and I'll slowly build up the layers of my garden down through the years. So even though I'm in a drought, hope springs eternal, I see green things in my mind. I know I could go online and find, look at those. Those feel like they go through my pockets right there, like one side to another on the pockets. What about those shims? What do? Are they reinforcement shims? Maybe. Well, what's everybody's guess? What? They go around the pockets. They reinforce the pocket. That's my guess. Yeah, that's my guess, to make that stronger, better, faster than it ever was. I could even pry up the plastic maybe and get them to fit underneath. I don't know. I'm just going to lay that there for now. I just don't know. What time's it getting to be, Internet? Yeah, well. So that feels like those might be the right place. We'll find out. And then the square bracket. Alright. And look at these. And that's quite a, you know, there's a little compression fitting in there. That's really something. That's pretty good engineering too. Carbon steel bolts, so I know, but look at that little compression fitting in there. That's to align something to something and make sure that you do it right. In fact, that's an oval shape right there. Tomorrow I'll be out of town, so there'll be when I do that, it'll be 2 days later. Foam to put on the thing. I think I'll get close. I think I could, but I will watch some instructions between now and when I'm brilliant and physically put it on the truck. So a headache rack, man. If I listen, without even the ceramic coating, it was $490 for me to replace the window. I lost my ceramic coating that was like $1,100 to put on the truck. You know, it's still on the sides, windshield, the top, but I lost it out of the back because, you know, I broke my window. So now I have to get that re-ceramic coated at some point in time on that truck. So I could have bought 2 headache racks, saved money, protected my trucks, and come out ahead. And instead, I'm coming from behind on this repair because I even said to myself when I bought the trucks, I said, I've never broken out a truck window ever. I've seen it while working with other guys loading wood. The most common way I saw it is people throwing firewood in the back of the truck, back in the truck, and somebody will throw a log in the back and he'll catch another log on a fulcrum, and he'll flip that log right through the back window. A lot. I've seen it happen like 3 times in my life. I grew up in Michigan where burning wood was a regular basis. So you get used to seeing guys with plywood and plastic windows up north where they're cutting wood for the winter. But here I've never broken a back window until this year, and it really bothers me because mentally I even went, no, I'll just be careful. You can't be careful for everybody. Even when you drive well, you can't be careful. All right, the sun is still escaping me. I don't think I'm going to get this done. Maybe I'll keep working on it. Let's work on those brackets, figure out what those do. Wait. Let's do the cutesy thing on the YouTube. Well, howdy. I'm not sure what the trendy kids do when they're back from the next day, but I'm back from the next day. Let's see. That says 3 minutes, so now I got my drone down to 3 minutes. 10 satellites. All right, there it is. I could see it right there. Let's take off. All right, I got it recording from a different angle above my other truck. We'll find out. I'm gonna let that just run itself down and see if it'll go land automatically. We don't know. We'll find out together. All right, so let's go take a look at what I did last night after the dark. So I fiddled around here a little bit, and I figured out this bolt connection here and dropped it in. Now, there's supposed to be another bolt that goes in there and provides either grip on the back or one in here. So we need to work on that. We need to work on some other things as well. The drone seems to be rock steady. So this is the little assembly that I worked on last night, and I'll open it up so we can all see it together. So you see, and I talked about that being an ovoid. On my truck, that's the right shape to go into the back, and it says make sure that the rubber goes into the pocket because the rubber prevents corrosion between your truck bed, which is steel, the head rack, and aluminum. So different trucks will be different. Your hardware may be a little different. So let's set this up and drop it in. All right, that goes into the bed of the truck. So let's go ahead and get that bed. I'm wondering if that grips down in there somehow. We'll find out. And look, there, I might have put that one in backwards. So see how they have an angle right there? You see that angle? So there, the angle's way up in there. So I need to switch that one and this one around. So I'm of the opinion that there's a right and a left of these, and I think they sent me two rights. I'm going to be honest, simply because of that pitch. They both have the same pitch. It's not just me. It says, see in the picture, it's got the pitch going forward. So that side doesn't work there. Alright, you looking in there? Everybody look in there for me. Now if I get that in and stick it in there, crank it down, see where it's going to put that bolt head? Right up against. Wow, am I aggravated by that. Alright, my drone finally making noise. Let me turn that off. Oh! I don't even see it. Where did it land? Come on now. Quality control. Quality control. There should be a little sticker inside this that says inspected by number 19. And I should have had a right one and a left one. I'm in a burn ban. I can't cut this up and re-weld it in a proper orientation, split it there and re-weld it the opposite way so I get the right taper. You know? I don't have a, look, I don't have a, you got me. And I'm not happy because I spent $490 to not be able to put this on in an easy video. All right, so pulled out my parts because I'm eyeballing it. All right, there's a picture of the part, the right side and the left side. Right here on the back, it says 4 and 5. It says stake pocket bolt driver, driver side, stake pocket bolt passenger. Made in Canada. So Canadians, you don't like Americans or something? Did you fire all your engineers? All right, not to be continued. I'm gonna have to order it. Come on, man. Wow, very disappointed. Very disappointed.